before we came on air, this New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Some room to maneuver, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, down at the 31. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're running it. It's Michel. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Play action. Stafford. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to trying to involve him in that way in this game as well, but you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Quick slant here to Woods. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And Stafford's going to take it himself. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's third down. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Matthew Stafford, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Nothing our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Extra point try good by Gano. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. 23 yards on the play. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. Stafford on target to Woods. First down, L.A. And that's a first down for the Rams after the catch there by Robert Woods. And he's coming off a back-to-back 90-catch seasons. I've always admired his game. Throw it to him. Hand it to him. He blocks downfield. A complete receiver that doesn't get the credit he deserves. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just have our break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, that was intercepted.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That's pulled in by the rookie from Louisville, Tutu Atwell. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jones throwing on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Jones throwing for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Akers. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They needed 17 on 3rd down, and that's exactly what they got. On 1st down, Akers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a toss running left, Akers. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Jones now on first down. Got a man. That's Colin Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Here's a give to Barkley. Darius Williams in there to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by David Long. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the Rams bring the offense back out here to go for 2. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Darius Williams, the one there defensively.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 2nd and 10.
40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic. Check, check, check.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Stafford going to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. All that for a 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Rams, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.